Gambit to the CT side. One player in Hobbit going to head towards B. It's an aggressive mid-push. Refresh on the receiving end, needs to trade back Vcadian. And we've got a couple of kills here for Gambit, but also a couple of players stranded. A crossfire that's meant to unfold to Gambit's favor, and sure enough, they seem par for the course. Let's see it, Borup. Welcome back. Can you be the hero they need in this 1v3 pistol?
You know, I mean, sometimes heroes don't have to do everything, and in this round, getting a plant is really nice, so we'll see. Borup has a sandbox here. He can do whatever he wants. He's already done so much by putting that bomb down.
Yeah, a little money in the back pocket. Good gush. Hobbit dropped to 26. Borup trying to isolate fights here, and don't you dare give him those 1v1s.
He's an aimer. He's an aimer.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, he is, but he's also surrounded. So sure enough, Axile hits the headshot, and Gambit with the retake, but that is a bomb plant to kick off. Actually falls back ever so slightly here as the smokes come over top from Heroic. They're looking to encapsulate the 3 CTs within this A site. And Shiro is just going to allow for them to pass by.
Oh, the setup is really nice, I'd say, for Gambit with the two people backside. I don't know if they're
open.
Oh, they got them both.
3 frags, but the MP9, oh, it's down to the wire. Refresh, 38 HP, jumps down, headshot in from NaVi, and it falls onto the IGL of Heroic. Cadian's going to jump the utility, try to get in here, but that close position from NaVi. Really nice movement from one box to the other. 3 kills in the round for him, and a shutdown. Looked like, as you were saying, the setup was good, but Heroic's entries were great.
There's both nothing special about the jump up onto the box, but there's also no understanding how important this move was and how clean he made it, because Refresh is not going to hear this, and he's also going to be thinking that we're going to have some kind of shoulder peek battle where the MP9 is going to try to...
With some success. T-side as well, just dwindling bits of utility here. Refresh doesn't actually connect that shot. Could have. Very close. NaVi's position does pan out. So far, Molotov in front of them as well. Kind of slows it. I love the flash, but no kill off of the back of that one. Shiro's attempt now needs to be the key, because Shush just connects that headshot through smoke. 8 seconds. Shiro, does he go for this? Oh, the shot's incredibly close, but just not on the money. 15 HP for Borup and Cadian combined. TeSS about half health and Shush the full bar. Who's going to give them the opening? If any at all. Or do we finally have it, folks? Heroic looking for their first round win on Inferno, and Cadian looking to seal that deal as he shuts down Axile's exit. But how many players fall with it? We know how incredibly low they are on HP. Shush trying to give that cover, that assistance, as he has more having to force their way through with conviction. Hobbit kind of left on his own isle.
And the time.
Yeah, it's so tough to burst through something like this. And so it's an easy pickup versus Shush. Also allows for Hobbit to fall back into this deeper position. The NaVi's going to go for his strike, and he cuts TeSS down. Borup solo frag. Hobbit clock is what makes the difference. He locks in this round, and Heroic just stutter out. Can they keep the guns, though? Refresh. Oh, he's over towards Coffin, and he's safe.
Man, where is the ferocity?
I don't know.
We're not seeing a lot of pressure up until the point of execution, and Gambit are perfectly comfortable sitting in their positions. We even have a spot here where they don't have enough nades to even molly out quad or do their usual exec and end up coming slowly through a smoke into the exchange up.
Gambit putting them in check. Hobbit falling back from Coffin somewhat slightly, goes right back at it, and will shut down Borup. Peeks into it, USP not going to be enough. TeSS cuts him down, and maybe a bomb plant, a little bit of a post plant to play with, perhaps. This is the solution, but TeSS now hands on a weapon. 10 HP though, such a dire situation for him. Retake utility, it's good. Incendiary and a frag for Inters. He's ready to let that loose. Grenades go deep, one close, almost blowing TeSS into tomorrow, but TeSS has also given that weapon over to Refresh. Keep your eyes on it. Maybe that's the play that works out, as he does answer. Frag the Axile, but Inters is there to trade, and just with enough time, defuse through 9-1 all too often. And where's Borup going to go off of this? Hobbit playing passive inside spawn. Here's this movement. Borup going to clear the corner, but not clean, and Hobbit doubles down to top it. Axile from the balcony, and a push in from nafany. Bomb stopped, but Cadian able to answer. He's got 35 seconds to figure out what was a 1v3 clutch, now turned 1v2. And instead of going back towards mid, he plays into sight. Axile predicts it, peeks perfectly, punishes, and it's Gambit to prevail.
And here's where the conversation about the individuals comes back into play, because again, Shiro and Hobbit are so far ahead of anybody on Heroic this year in terms of their individual level. They were looking to challenge Simple, zywoo, you know, some of these top performers across the year on Gambit, even though some of the results between Gambit have full banana control. They've actually played at the bottom of banana this time, where sometimes they'll throw the smoke and not. So Heroic hoping that it's a big feint and there's still 2 players in B. This situation, not quite.
Shush hears this, Hobbit falls back, just gets around the corner.
There's a bait with Shiro waiting.
Oh, and nafany all the while throwing himself down into the logs. Gonna get cleared, but not killed. Refresh denied. nafany doubles up, drops bomb in front of him. He's got TSS to try and handle. Oh, a third. It is stellar from nafany, now surpassing Shiro on the scoreboard and leading the charge 18-4 as Shush shuts him down. Hobbit gonna lock this in from the top of the banana. Bomb clearly in his vision, and the last player from Boiler reveals himself. Cadian 1v4 with 20 seconds, no chance.
Yeah, he's quite divorced from the
we shall travel to the lands of Vertigo.
Yes.
Ooh, and Hobbit, well, speaking of journeys, sent packing. Gonna pop down into the B site. TSS, let's go. We've got success for Heroic. The greatest comeback you've ever seen. Could be about to start, unless Inters ends it, because he heard me talking smack, and, well, his neck snapped by Refresh. That gets Axile's hands off of Bomb. 1v3, Glock, and a bomb, and a dream. And a first headshot with a second sitting right ahead of him. Oh, it's Refresh to just peek wide enough. And Heroic double their round count. Launders, can you feel it?
No, I can't feel it.
Can you feel it?
Making something out of it. They're
Heroic.
developing. And
They're
there's
making
a push.
their play.
Yeah, they know that it's an arch trap now.
Cadian able to turn his attention back. Oh, forgets to click.
Oh, I don't know if Hobbit saw that, but they've got an open site with pick control, and they've got a player holding halls as well. Very dominant spot to be in. Axile will be the one to watch it, but they're aware of it is the thing.
Yeah, he's ready for this push. Shush. Already down, it's Refresh ready.
Oh, they let him go too.
Just dodges the grenade. Borup now starting to creep up from short. Shiro gonna tuck into the boxes. Axile just temporarily blinded, trying to find a more comfortable position. It's so awkward for Axile, but he's still trying to fight tooth and nail. Borup takes his head off. Now it falls to Hobbit in from pit. He peeks, more damage done. Shiro also with one, but it's a clutch for TSS, and there's barely any time. He's trying to get on top of it. A 3-second stick on this. It's down to the wire, but he's got it. He's got it. A fourth for Heroic, and a shot through smoke to close.
But there are 3 Heroic players in the B site.
It's trying to play a Hobbit. 2 players perch. Crossfire set and the additional position of TSS. Tucked behind new box. Borup good for the one, falls down. He's got TSS to try and tether with. Also Refresh looking for his peak. Lets 2 players slip into pit, then strikes down on the back of this attack. And Inter's head turned dead to rights. Only Hobbit left over. Stellar shutdown from Heroic.
Yeah, that was solid. I mean, they moved appropriately, doubled up on quad, got that kill. Nice round from Refresh as well. And yeah, signs of life here. I mean, I like this round a lot for how it started off from Gambit, but Heroic come through with a blind rotate themselves, and never gonna discredit someone for doing a blind rotate on Inferno. These days, sometimes you have to, because it's just so dangerous to do anything off of full information.
And off of the back of a passive punish. Incendiary hits the feet of the peak. Cadian gonna go right back and shuts down nafany. What a great way to just take back that man advantage and allow for himself to recede into the comfort of this B site. Smoke down in front of him, and he calls for reinforcements quickly as they clamor back from CT spawn. Cadian wants another, and he's got a chance, but he looks away from the smoke push, and Inters just executes him. We've got Heroic now on the back foot, but damage being done nonetheless. Inters dives away into the cover, 20 seconds left on clock. Refresh looking to shave a player off of the situation. Borum's done it as well. Inter's gonna answer, but bombs on the CT cross. Awkward 2v2. Good flash, they both peek, and the trade's immediate. Inter's 35 health versus 100, needs to close into this bomb and then go for the plant, and Shush is gonna shut it down.
Okay.
Heroic keep their hopes high.
That's well done. This is a kind of a weird position. Oh, we'll hear that flicker.
Tessa's gonna get smoked off.
It elicits the incendiary, maybe a few seconds before they'd like it to, but so in CT spawn, we're waiting to see the flashes come through on this B exec, right, to support Borup on the back of the site.
NaVi able to just get through smoke, but nobody else does. Oh, Tesses! A third as he just whips it back onto Hobbit. Borup tries to activate, but no need. It's Tesses with a slaughter of the T's. 4 kills on smoke. And again, they just can't puncture this B site.
They're reinforced so well. I mean, the smoke comes down in TD spawn, but look at this flash from Katie, and he hits every single player. So right when they want to come through, they use Tesses as the mercenary. They say, you go get kills and die. It's fine, we still have Borup on the back of the site, and we still have...
Now there is a bit of a weakness here on this setup. The pit push could really come through. This could be the perfect round for this call. Heavy presence in middle. Inters and NaVi with a frag apiece, and there's the activation down from balcony, and the attack into the A site lands. This is it. They have finally broken through what was a heroic defense.
Damn, yeah, that's the 15-11, and just as you put it, any situation you see the CT side doesn't have anyone in pit, you know, it's a lot more tenuous for the lane players. It doesn't mean they're not ready for anything in particular, but you have someone on the barrels to watch the outside of halls. They can dodge the chimney flash, they can hear. It's good, but it's not the best setup possible for defending against halls. And in that situation, it's just the perfect counterplay. And on top of that, NaVi gets his first frag, so then they're all just staring at him after it.
Yeah.
We've got one player off the corner of a smoke under porch looking for him on the refrag, and Inters is still there in mid. This is just a perfect call from Gambit. Uh-oh.
Hands are busy. Peeks back up, shuts down Hobbit. He's gonna tuck into this. Could be Shush's moment. He's got a little bit of an assist from Katie, and NaVi's stuck between 2 CTs. Shush now down, and NaVi's gonna end this. Clinical execution of both Borup and Cadian. 30 seconds to spare, and bomb will be planted. Now, I saw Refresh kill NA with a 1v5 once upon a time.
How dare you, too soon.
And a 1v4 is what he needs here and now. If not, we go to Vertigo, a map that, you know, both these teams can play. Borup as well with Mad Lions, I would say, a good piece of their Vertigo, but at the same time, that is the map that Gambit made their names on. Inferno, the utmost importance. Bomb halfway gone, and Refresh feels he needs to activate. We got there in the end. We all expected it to be a hell of a lot sooner, but ultimately Gambit will take Inferno. A closing performance here from Shiro, catching back. I'm still waiting.
Yeah, don't know. I mean, there's nothing to talk about on Inferno, so we'll have to see. 2 players set up here inside the site, and Exile is not ready for it. Shush Refresh combined for 3 kills, and Refresh looks for an additional.
Oh, but NaVi's got an answer. Bomb drop, Hobbit, through middle, jumps around into the CT spawn. How dare you?
High-flying Hobbit.
Just drop kicks Cadian back into the CT spawn.
He has so much time. Look at the play that he's making.
Yo, man.
This is the God angle.
Let's go. I don't mind me a Hobbit clutch attempt. Not gonna lie.
Ooh.
Doesn't really commit to that one, and dies. Borup's got him. Headshot connects, heroic, CT pistol round win.
Okay, okay. Nice round from Heroic. Yeah, the setup is just to catch his Axel off guard. That's the huge one, right? 2 sides of the wall right there.
This is very much just Tessa. Oh, playing on a pedestal. Hands busy. Smoke thrown. Push comes through. Inters connects. Refresh also caught. And that is it. Gambit breaking down the A defense with just these pistols. The rest of Heroic trying to come in with rotation, but now we get the grenades out of Gambit. And sure enough, they've got themselves a solid situation. Bomb not yet planted. And it's time to see whether Heroic give them space or challenge and contest this.
They're trying to deplete their grenade just by playing back, and they do enough. I mean, Shiro takes some here, but he could have died putting that bomb down. That would have been a tragedy.
M4 picked up and used to the avail of Hobbit. Oh, Gambit break onto the scoreboard off of the back of the Tech 9 push.
Just, you know, you just don't want to lose like that. I mean, what can you say? It's a timing for Tesses on the ramp. He almost gets away from it, but then everybody just pounces on him as soon as he throws that smoke, and there's just no compensation from him or his site buddy, and that's it. That's going to be a round for Gambit right now.
He's looking for the angle. If these counter-terrorists on short fall back, then they're going to walk right into the crosshair of nafany, who does have even more room to work forward here. The MP9 tucked inside of elevator. This is giving nafany some very crucial space. He goes for the deep peek and shuts down cadiaN. No answer from the Danish Opper. But there is an incendiary on site, so bomb plant not yet down, and there's 10 seconds left. There could be a Hail Mary thrown at this. Tesses 22 HP, tries to run in, spam damage. They've shut it down, they've got it. They deny the bomb plant in the nick of time, and Borup just tucks long enough for Heroic to find 4.
All right, not bad. It's not every day you see it be an AK spray through the default box to stop the bomb from going down, but you can see it's valuable as well, especially a situation like that with that last second incendiary that comes down. There's no choice for Shiro but to try to plant. But they deny it. Beautiful stuff, 4-1 here for Heroic, and that is, so it doesn't matter if you're 3v4, there's always a chance. There's not that many good places to stand.
But the flank, that's the big one. Ooh, and Inters also just shows himself right before catching that angle. A dink on Shiro as he jumps. Even more damage, but Hobbit, 2 headshots, 15 seconds. cadiaN gets the kill in the background, but he knows exactly where Hobbit's at. And Hobbit, he's looked sharp, but cadiaN's a killer, and Heroic will hold on to 5.
Damn, dude, that's, listen, you don't flank A-ramp all the time, right?
Holy
Situation
hell.
like that, you could see Refresh, he got the dink off. He wanted to capitalize right away, but when you're up here on the site, there are so many good fights for the T side. This is beautiful work from Hobbit, but it's very, very scary from the CT perspective to try to hold on and bring it close. The damage will matter.
I can't believe Shiro survives that.
Yeah, seriously. It's kind of like one of those situations like behind the call at his play, so we'll see if he's going to be aware of the short shelf peak, but
it's close, man. This is...
Oh,
no.
I think he spotted it.
No.
Wait.
No.
Oh my God.
He heard it.
The flank from A-ramp.
Oh,
wow.
My God, that's my anxiety.
I think he just knew he was going to die eventually.
He had to go for the commit, I suppose. Once you've gone for that play, you know you're locked into it. Shush will strike from the back, though.
Okay.
And we've got ourselves a heads-up 1v1, 100 health on each side. A flash for Gambit, a smoke for Shush.
Inters, what you got, kid?
Bomb currently planted front side of the site, so that could lead him to believe that he also just played the wraparound as cadiaN had, but that's not the case. It's inside of the elevator, smoke on top of bomb with a kit on the play. Shush gonna stick this. Ooh, it's damn close.
Oh my God.
And Gambit, they deny it. Heroic lose by milliseconds.
Jeez, 0.17 there. Or was it
clutch? This time 1v3. And both these players for Heroic now with hands on better guns. cadiaN not going to be able to find that 4th, and an evacuation route now created by Inters. He runs to the A site, but guess who's already waiting? Tesses calls this out. And Inters, he's running haphazardly, not expecting for a CT to be this close.
Oh, the op.
The smoke could give good cover.
He can't even shoot there. Oh.
Inters fades away. He's so fully committed to this B play that he dies to the lurk of Tesses, emerges through the smoke with a hope for Heroic.
Let's go, Tesses. That was a nice confidence play. Like that. Through the smoke, read it perfectly. Man, that was getting a bit scary when he picked up the op and the smoke goes down when he almost had an easy round for himself. This is a messy round, though, from Heroic, man. They gave Gambit a number of chances to win. Sun Tzu, my son. He doesn't know how that body's rendered on the other side of it. Can't hold that position. Smoke comes down in his face. And there's more utility to come. Additional Molotov here for Inters to support the plan as well. That'll come
to the boost.
What can cadiaN get out of this? They have no utility to stop this plant, but they do have a smoke for the retake. Oh, an aggressive move.
Ooh, and Borup's gonna punish. We do get the fallback from Inters all the way around short. Picks up an incendiary. That could come back to help. We've also got the smoke on cadiaN. He's going to push up. Close on sight. Goes over top of it.
Oh, man.
That's going to force Inters to take an even wider angle. He could jump But, oh, instead he peeks wide and Cadian denies. It is still Heroic to end this one with a 1-round lead. An awkward half, a weird momentum shift, but ultimately it's theirs for the taking. 8-7 as Cadian loses his mind.
After going on Twitter, it's a Molotov that spreads down one level, so it makes it a lot stronger. But okay, we're off into the second half. Some great kills here from Heroic. Oh, it's a rampage.
Headshots aplenty. Total sweep of what was Gambit's posturing over on short. Ooh. My God, the grenade almost ends it right then and there. Inter's gonna die out. Borup catching him over the top of the smoke, and it's an Axile 1v5. Everything ahead of him.
Yeah, you know, I like what Groove said in the interview with Banks. He gave him props for being so transparent. He just said, you know, with Heroic, we respect them a lot. Even when they have a stand-in as a team we have a lot of respect for. And so I think Gambit are taking the match very seriously, and you can see that they need to, because Heroic are coming to play. Ooh, a little quick defuse.
Yeah, run in, cause a little panic, you know? Shake them up a little.
Ooh, okay.
Maybe they don't have A yet. That's the thing. Tessas just walking up with the AK. He heard that 5-7 getting into position, but he...
Oh my God, no way.
No way.
Oh.
Should have called it. Kills Shiro. That's going to allow for Nafany to just stop the bomb. 8 seconds, a second. Nafany, he's got it. Hobbit also in, and it's a slip through from Nafany.
Oh, like ships in the night. No way. Off the corner. Default, Tessas makes the right play, but like you said, they didn't have the sight yet. Tessas did not cut off the rotations in that moment. That is so unfortunate for Tessas. You can't expect him to clear the short like this when obviously it seems so certain that it was going to be the B site. That is just unlucky. That is just unlucky.
The follow-up as well, the player up close. If he doesn't get that second kill, then he gets hard cleared. There's still...
Oh, trying to deny vision, but they still find the pillar they're looking for. This retake is most definitely on. HP is not looking great, though, for Gambit.
Yeah, that's the weak point of the situation for them. Like you alluded to, the utilities there. They can justify the attempt.
Oh, this might be a dive plan situation. I don't know if they... Oh, ay.
Not part of the plan. And that makes things way too awkward as well, because now there's nothing to cover over this defuse. Borup, one and done. Refresh, shush, seal the deal. Heroic right back to winning ways. That smoke was what they needed.
Yeah,
it needed to go on top of bomb.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that's the key one. That is what Vertigo comes down to so often.
But no nade damage can be dished out. Hobbit's gonna rotate over. He is that player with the last frag for the side of Gambit. A preemptive peek, perhaps, Axile? Ooh, no, goes back to the tuck. Looks to hold off. Molly at his feet, gun back out. Shush able to get the kill. Inter's able to get the trade. Still plenty of time, and we've seen them retreat before. Inter's adds Borup to the floorboards, and then Refresh right thereafter. This is a one-man hold. He's got the support of his teammates behind him, but Cadian needs the 1v4 clutch. 35 seconds, sprays into the face of Hobbit, but he's dropped to 36 HP. And this seems like way too much of an ask, but he'll still slow it down. Who's next? Who decides to overface? Cadian lies in wait. Starts to walk it in, and that's where Shiro locks it down. 11 secured within his range.
Yeah, well, mine's way smaller than Einstein's. Okay?
Yeah, okay.
So.
Like a peanut size.
Yeah.
Nafany ready for the fight. Tessa's gonna give it to him, and sure enough, we found ourselves in the 5v3. There is a little life thanks to Shush, but damn, man, he takes tons of damage. 3 health left over. And the coffers of utility for Heroic are low. Oh, it's perfect. Shiro frag over the top, ends Shush early, and softens the last 2 Ts, priming Hobbit for the push, and Gambit's 13th round win.
Another clean one. So annoying from Nafany. He uses their Molotov as a one-way down the... Oh, how annoying is that?
Ratty.
What a rat. But in all seriousness, beautiful play. And so much good utility damage. Nothing feels better than doing this peek that Hobbit does, by the way. When you know that they're all looking up their ramp.
Yep.
Yeah.
With on this A ramp is just too much for Heroic to handle. Little bits of utility left, double Molotov, one of which now thrown out by Cadian. Tessa's gonna peek around here, Shiro's hands busy, or they were. Nafany finds the headshot, Shiro's still in a dire spot. He goes back at it, and Nafany, even though he dies, take another one with him. Shiro connects it, and it's gonna have to be a clutch off of the back of Cadian, or else Gambit 2-0 this series. And it is a tall order, 40 seconds. And no openings, not to mention Shiro's been looking sharp. He's walking down the ramp and he actually turns the wrong direction. That could have been what he needed. But a meaningful win for Nafany. Gambit, Vertigo is theirs.
Yeah, that was nice. I mean, they look super solid. Now it's about setting up our expectations for Gambit in this rest of this event. It's not the end of the road though for Heroic. To play against NaVi tomorrow, I think they want to play the match to some extent, but of course they've got